Okay, so during this complete, until we have complete, so we're going to read these chantings and names where they call Dipangata. So that the name is Surya Laxmi Shakya, put their name, and then read continues complete with our candlelight. Then we're going to start with the other chantings, Dharani, Buddhas and Bodhisattva Dharani. After this, so after complete candlelight will be completely burned. So, and then we have a little bit slight presentations, and also the whoever connected to the Surya Laxmi Shakya, so they can speak a little bit about their feelings after, what this is like a grievings, what is the connections with our mom, so with the Surya Laxmi Shakya. That's what we're going to do. Okay, let's start burning. Suva, starting. What's that for? Computer first?
You need to stop sharing and reconnect the camera.
Yeah, camera not connecting. That's hold on a second. Why is the camera not connecting? My camera is not connecting. Okay, here. Okay, now let's share. Yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Sarvadurgati Parisodharajaya Tathagataya Hante Samyak Sambuddhaye Taddetha Om Sorne Sorne Visudne Visudne Sarva Papa Visudne Suddhe Visudhe Dipangata Surya Laxmi Shakya Namadhyaya Sarva Karma Barane Visudne Swaha Om Namo Bhagavate Sarvadurgati Parisodharajaya Tathagataya Hante Samyak Sambuddhaye Taddetha Om Sorne Visudne Visudne Sarva Visudne Suddhe Visudne Sarva Karma Barane Visudne Surya Laxmi Shakya Namadhyaya Barane Swaha. Keep continuous reading this part. So Om Namo Bhagavate Sarvadurgati Om Sone Sone Visudne Visudne Sarva Bhava Visudne Sarva Visudne Suddhe Visudhe Om Namo Bhagavate Tathagataya Hante Samyak Sambuddhaya Taddetha Om Sone Sone Visudne Sarva Papa Visudne Suddhe Visudhe Sarva Karma Visudne Swaha. Tathagataaya hante samik sambuddhaya datteta om suni suni visuni visuni sarva papa visuni suni sarva dikagata Surya Laxmi Shakya sarva karma visuni om namo bhagavate sarva dikagata datteta om suni visuni sarva papa visuni suni visuni dikagata Surya Laxmi Shakya
Surya Laxmi Shakya Om Namo Bhagavate Radhaya Samyek Sambuddhaya Om Sodani 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 Sarvapapa Sodani Devi Devi Mangala Surya Laxmi Shakya Namadaya Sarvapapa
Om Namo Bhagavate Sarvadurgati Parishotaraja Tatha Taya Hante Samudaya Tatteta Om Sudhi Visudhi Sarva Papa Visudhi Suddhe Visudhi Dipangata Surya Laxmi Shakya Namadaya Sarva Karma Parane Visudhi Swaha Parishotaraja Tatha Taya Hante New chapter Surya Let's do together with the 3 times. Read together slowly. Om Namo Bhagavate Sarva Durgati Parisodharajaya Tathagataya Hante Samyek Sambuddhaya Taddetha Om Sodne Sodne Visodne Visodne sarva papa visodhane suddhe visuddhe dipangata surya laxmi sakhe namadhyaye sarva karma varane visodhane swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Sarva Durgati Parishoda Rajaya Tathagataya Hante Sannik Sambuddhaye Taddetha. Om Sodne Sodne Visodhane Visodhane Sarva Papa Visodhane Suddhe Visuddhe Dipangata Surya Laxmi Sakhe Namadhyaye Sarva Karma Varane Visodhane Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Sarva Durgati Parishoda Rajaya Tathagataya Hante Sannik Sambuddhaye Taddetha. Om Sodne Sodne Sarva Papa Visodhane Suddhe Visuddhe Dipangata Surya Laxmi Sakhe Namadhyaye Sarva Karma Varane Visodhane Swaha. Now we're going to turn into the dharani. So different dharani chantings. That's what we're going to do now. So, okay, Tina, are you able to share it? Okay. Okay, Tina is already there to share. So, make a bigger screen, maybe, Tina. And there's a book behind here. Who can read this? Tina is still small. You can make it bigger? I don't know. Okay, I have to. You can. Okay. Yeah, this call it. Keep all collection this one. Call it in one place. So, yeah, call it from everybody. Sure, do that. Yeah. Do you want to read from here?
From here.
You
Or
can
do
read
want
it.
me to move it?
No, she's going to do it. So,
Yeah, well, is it the same?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so like wait and wait, we can. You guys want to share? Hello, you guys. Okay. So now it's again. My camera is not working somehow. What is happening, camera? Camera. Okay, good. Okay. Maybe for me it's good to read that one. Maybe you read. Anna, you read that one.
What do you?
I can read because sometimes it's English. So okay, we're going to start. Swayambhu Dharmadhatu Bhagishwara Mantra. Om Dharmadhatu Bhagishwara Om Bhagishwara Om Dharmadhatu Bhageva Guru Bhadra Sattva Mantra. Om Bhadra Sattva Sakya Muni Tathagata Mantra. Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Sakya Muni Swaha. Sarveshri Avalokiteshwara Mantra. Om Mahamukha Bhadra Sattva Dhamu Bhavo Shraddha Sattva Om Mani Padme Lokeshwara Mantra. Om Patulabhaya Swaha. Om Patulusaya Shivalaya Phat. Om Ring Triloke Vijaye Murte Samukapasakya Ring Om Phat Swaha. Om Arya Balokiteswaya Om Sale Chune Chune Swaha. As well, that's it. Aritara mantra. Om Tare Vitare Tve Swaha. Om Tam Tam Hum Tat. Om Dishita Pushita Swaha. Om Sashri Swaha. Om Ring Tam Hum Tat Swaha. Vasudhara mantra. Om Vasudhara Vinayakshana Swaha. Om Vasudhara Vinayakshana Swaha. Om Vasudhara Swaha. Om Vasu Swaha. Om Vasu Shri Swaha. Om Vasumati Swaha. Om Vasumati Swaha. Pragya Paramita mantra. Om Daya Daya Parate Parasannate Bodhi Swaha. Om Pishu Pishu Prajapati Jala Jala Megapati Jeev Jeev Bhuti Vardhe Swaha. Om Pradye Mahavadre Siddhi Siddhi Dide Dhi Swaha. Chant Devi Dharani. Arya Mahaprandisara Devi. Om Mani Dhani Vajreni Mahaprandisara Om Bharat Swaha. Mahasasani Om Amrite Vare Vara 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 Vishnu Vishnu Bharat Swaha. Mahamayu. Om Amrita Volini Vakasarajani Vakasani Bharat Swaha. Om Mahamayu Vidyaraji Bharat Swaha. Om Vimale Vimale Jai 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 Bharat Swaha. Om Vara 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 Sudhani Bharat Swaha. Panchabuddha Dharani. Vairocana Dharani. Om Namo Bhagavate Vairocana Prabhu Keturajaya Tathagataya Samyek Sambuddhaya Tatena. Om Susri Susri Samye 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 Samarope Anande Tarate Yesopati Mahadeve Nirayate Nirankule Nirmane Sarva Buddha Kristana Chittasya Swaha.
Yeah, she has to move from side to side.
Achyavibhuta Dharani. Om Namo Bhagavate Surya Laxmi Shakya Sambuddhaya Tatena. Om Kakani Kakani Sansasi Sansasi Matasai Matasai Pratihara Pratihara Sarva Dharma Pradipne Swaha. Om Namo Samyek Sambuddhaya Tatena. Om Ratne Ratne Maharatne Ratna Sambhave Swaha. Amitabha Dharani. Om Namo Bhagavate Amitabha Samyek Sambuddhaya Tatena. Om Amite 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 Tapne Amite Sambhave Amita Amita Om Namo Bhagavate Samyek Sambuddhaya Tatena. Om Aparita Dharani. Om Namo Bhagavate Amrutaya Jnana Suddhi Indraya Tathagataya Samyek Tatena. Om 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 Bhadra Sattva Samayenu Palaye Bhadra Sattva Teno Pratisto Yogi Bhava Yogi Bhava Yogi Bhava Yogi Bhava Siddha Siddhi Viprayasa Sarva Karma Chittame Chitta Sriyam Bhum Ha 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 Om Bhagavan Sarva Tata Gata Vajramani Ruchi Vajrabhav Samaya Sattva Ratna Ketu Dharani Om Namo Bhagavate Ratna Ketu Rasaya Tathāgataya Santi Sampurtaye Tatreta Om Ratne Ratne Maharatne Ratna Vijay Swaha Om Namo Dasa Tila Trikala Sarva Ratnatre Om Pratitye Sarva Papa Visuddhane Swaha Dipam Karadharani Om Namo Bhagavate Dipankara Ratnakaya Tathāgataya Hante Santik Sambuddhaya Tatteta Om Kara Kara Sukara Sukara Dipankara Siva Jnana Jadasai Akada Samsama Kali Bhutse Swaha Vajradhara Sagra Mahamega Dharani Om Namo Bhagavate Vajradhara Sagra Vardhanaya Something, Sampurtaye Tatteta Om Chakre Vajre Vajre Gita Vajre Mahanteka Vajre Mahabodha Sandok Vajre Sarva Karma Vajre Vajre Swaha Sakya Muni Buddha Om Namo Bhagavate Sakya Muniya Tathāgataya Hante Samne Sampurtaye Tatteta Muni Muni Mahamuni Sakya Muni Om Dharma Prajnapalan Kadari Om Namo Bhagavate Hare Prajnapalan Namo Namaskaraye Tatteta Dharma Lokeshwara is Dharani. Amogapasa Lokeshwara Dharani. Om Namo Ratnakaya Namo Sri Aryabhadeswaya Bodhi Sattvaya Mahasattvaya Mahapradikaya Tatteta Om Namo Dasana Mahasita Sundara Samara 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 Vajra Nusita Bhudakara Samantara Deswaya Om Avanu Swaha Aryabhadeswara Dharani Om Namo Ratnakaya Namo Sri Aryabhadeswaya Bodhi Sattvaya Mahasattvaya Mahapradikaya Tatteta Om Tare Uttare Sarvotustaya Prabhustaya Zampara 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 Visuddhane Swaha Om Namo Aryabhadeswaya Bodhi Sattvaya Mahasattvaya Mahapradikaya Tatteta Om Tare Om Namo Bhagavate Maitre Namo Bodhisattvaya Mahasattvaya Tatteta Om Achite Achite Achitaya Mahara Mahamaitre Bodhisattvaya Para Mahasattvaya Siddhi Para Mahabodhi Mandale Vijay Sambara Sambara Bodhi Mahabodhi Swaha Mui Mui Mahabodhi Swaha Mati 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 Swaha Vaishya Dharani, Medicine Buddha Dharani. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaishesya Purvendurvendurajaaya Daya Samyek Sambuddhaya Jagata Om Vaishesya Vaishesya Mahavaishesya Vaishesya Swaha Manju Nata Dharana Om Namo Bhagavate Bhagavatam Chandra Bhadra Purdaya Kateka Om Bhada Bhada Guru Guru Krishna Krishna Bhana 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 Amite Guru Bham Swaha Om Namo Bhagavataya Chumamte Mahavataya Manju Shri Pradhaya Chandra Kanti Mani Buddha Pradhaya Karta Pustaka Devra Hastaya Manju Pradhaya Pradhaya Sarva Santi Pusti Guru Raja Guru Om Adi Om Pat Swaha Om Namo Shivaya Sarva Sakata Sarva Pratya Asirati Sasali Swaha Sarva Samaya Buddha Bhagavate Sarina Omka Sarva Samta Samutha Vitri Navana Mahavastra Rati Rati Swaha Uppa Om Namo Bhutani Stane Talasavame Taras Satvanu Kriti Sarvasatva Tarine Shastra Bhute Shastra Netre Om Namo Bhagavate 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 Maya Sarvasatva Manso Vakshvaha Om Tare Tare De Swaha Om Sute 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 Sutta 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 Mitri Kipa Mitri Nivale Shami Shamakir Rupani Mahaprati Pravare Bharat Vishita Abara Vishita Maharoga Vishwarupa Mahabala Om Sa Sri Tateka Om Sa Sri Swaha Ariyatara Pratika Nama Dharani Om Namo Bhagavate Hare Hare Om Namo Namo Sri Raja Baladevraya Guri Sarvaya Mahasarvaya Mahakanikaya Tatena Om Tare Tare Swaha Sarva Vistana Mahakrita Sampada Sampada Mohana Vandale Vignasale Guru Marpat Swaha Om Sarvadasta Samvaya Sare Swaha Tatena Om Tare Tare Guru Samandasle Bharata Sarva Bharata Vibhushne Artha Vibhushne Mahaprabhu Asasishne Vasa Vasa Vishnu Devarane Sarva Deva Danava Vijita Snehi Bhagavate Tara Snehi Bhagavan Sadhavata Vishnu Snehi Sarakara Maha Sankoko Nidane Manikarna Vijita Varana Vishne Amrupite Bhagavate Tara Vim Vasundhavana Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Sri Ajeshwari Vasudevaya Bharataya Sarvadhamani Sarvaratna Mastana Sarva Vijayati Sarva Karasvete Ye Samriti Vete Santi Parasvete Tarapaye Swaha Pratingira Nama Dhani Om Namo Shri Sarva Buddha Buddha Vyamanta Samsa Pachete Bhagavate Bhagavate Susrisa Manjani Manesi Vishwasi Vajjani Om Namo Bhagavate Sisaya Sute Vijay Vijay Swaha Om Namo Bhagavate Sisaya Om Namo Ratnavyaya Sarva Deva Kateka Om Vijay Vijay Dwara Avalokiteshwaradhari, each month for each location. Start with the Vaishakha, with the January, April and May. Om Namo Bhagavate Hari 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 Mahadeveswaya Om Hari Hari Mahade Hari Hari Mahade Narayane Narayane Sindhare Garude Narayana Swaha Triloke Sankara Lokeshwaradhari Jesta. Om Namo Bhagavate Triloke Sankara Lokeshwaya Bodhisattvaya Namaskaya Mahadevaya Om Om Namo Bhagavate Rattalokeshwaraya Bodhisattvaya Namaskaya Sadachari Lokeshwaradhari Kartika. Om Namo Shivaya Srimata Lokeshwaradhari Munchira. Sri Halala Lokeshwaradhari Pusa. Om Namo Sri Halala Lokeshwaradhari Kasapada Lokeshwaradhari. Om Namo Bhagavate Kasapada Lokeshwaraya Bodhisattvaya Namaskaya Mahanikaya Padma Nitya Lokeshwaradhari Chaitra. Om Namo Bhagavate Karunamaya Dharani. Om Namo Sataparmita Dharani. Start with the Dhanaparmita, generosity. Om Namo Bhagavate Sila Paramita, discipline. Om Namo Sila Paramitaye, Om Namo Sila Paramita, patient. Om Namo Sila Paramita, Vijastikita. Om Namo Jnana Paramita, meditation. Om Namo Jnana Paramitaye, Six paramita altogether, one dharani. Om Namo Bhagavate Vairutaye Paramitaye, Om Namo Bhagavate Vairutaye Paramitaye, Tattva Om Namo Bhagavate Siddha Paramitaye, Sruti Paramitaye, Bhani Paramitaye, Jnana Paramitaye, Vijna Paramitaye, Sarvadharma Sruti Mahamani, Koti Koti Mahamani. Prajna Paramita. From all the dharmas, let's do this also. This is also good one. Sutra. That is sutra for the Prajna Paramita Sutra. Om Namo Bhagavate Prajna Paramitaye Arya Bodhisattva Now, Suva's going to be presenting the little slide about her mom, his mom. So that's going to do. And you will see on the screens, he's going to share the screen. And screen share 해라. 맞아?
Samme sama sankalaya namaskudam Nakinya sarvada sakala vihara Vapini visumata Yekasya ravata parana Dinayana mudita Kesari srita sola Varajwala dirvideha Korona krita paran Vivuja mukta Kapwanga Bama Patro Daya Karatika Dharani Supurupa Narananga Grabhyamala Narasara Saita Pusani Pansamura Satwana Margamucha Anutara Barapada Dhyana Siddhi Pradata Siddhya Pranikacha Kita jagata hita yudhini vasapura Udapada patparupa Pranamida silasa Payabidam darisa Bhagavati Mahadevi Bhavatnyam saranam vijay Vanne pada vijay Nityam dadami Tappasirato Janani sarva buddhanam Purneva bodhidayani Sarvyasvam bodhisattvanam Mata hita napalani Sarvahita thusumbarati Sarva papa visodani Dustamaro guna chabe Nananda spapada Sadharmam sayatano kasaye Malavijo gunakada Niklesam samatam dhyana samadhi sukadayini Prajnam namaharatmam sri sandhi padayini Tada bhavatya sarabhuje saranastu badami Om Namo Sri Palasyaya Namami Vajrabharai Sarva Papo Pramochani Mala Bidang Sani Devi Buddhatum Paladayani Bailochana Klota Buddha Mudakesa Pilochani Sanya ture soha. Om tare ture swaha. Om tare ture swaha. Om tare ture swaha. Om tare ture soha. Om tare ture soha. Om tare ture swaha. Om tare ture swaha. Om tare ture swaha. Om tare ture soha. Om tare ture soha. Om tare ture swaha. Om tare ture swaha. Om tare ture swaha. Om tare ture soha. Om tare ture soha. Om tare ture swaha. Om tare ture swaha. Om tare ture swaha. Om tare ture soha. Om tare ture soha. Om tare ture swaha. Om tare ture swaha. Om tare ture swaha. Om tare ture swaha.
Now Daya is going to talk a little bit about our sister-in-law. So, yeah.
It's not easy for me to express. I want to feel it. I saw all the pictures. I really want all of them. I spent so many years with her. The first time when she got married with my brother, it was in 1962. I was just 11 years old and she was only 13 years old. So in 1968, 66, I left Nepal to go to school in India. And then she came with my brother, with the oldest son, Usnik. Suva's third brother, oldest brother. So at the time, that was something I really enjoy having a woman person together in Kalimpong. It was the place where I spent. Suva was born there and I was going to school at the time. In 1972, when I was in college, we got a telegram. Like a telegram at the time, there was no email or anything like that. So we got a telegram that your mom, my mom, is very sick. You need to come home. So I left after I got the telegram 2 days later. Then in 2 weeks after that, my mom passed away in 1972. Suva's mom, Surya Laxmi, came to Kalimpong in 1968, and my mom passed away in 1972, only 4 years difference. She came, and then I had to leave home, and then my mom passed away at the time. But she did not get Surya Laxmi did not get a chance to see my mom at the time. So I still remember when she got married to my brother. She was just like my sister, not even like that kind of I was 11 years old and she was 13 years old. So when my mom passed away, after that, she was very close to me, and then she took care of me all the time. Even though in Kalimpong, so we were very close to each other as a brothers and as a sisters, my own sisters. Spent so much years with her, and then left Kalimpong after my finished study. She was in Kalimpong, and I was in Nepal. She visited a couple of times to celebrate or to join the ceremonies, and all these things happened in our life. And then in 2013, actually before that, she came to Suva's visit. I don't remember exactly what year it was. She was so happy. The first thing what she said to me, why are you living so far away from us? Because she never fly that far away, 16 hours in flight. So she was just expecting to see me, expecting to see us, me and my children and my wife and everybody. The first thing what she told me at the time, why you guys are living so far away? Because she was so much anxious to see us all the time at the time. So this is the life in America, because we are on the other side of the world. We are already 12 hours difference, so that's why we are so far away. So it was a very enjoyable moment for me and also for us to be together almost like 2 months. I don't remember exactly how many months she stayed there. And then after that, I went to Nepal in 2013 after 20 years. So I lived with that family over in their place for almost a week. And then when I was there, she took care of me all the time. So all these memories, it's really hard for me to see her going away. So I wish she is going to a very smooth transition of another life. So in our tradition, Vajrayana Yoga Buddhist tradition, a person who passed away right now in Nepal at her house, the ritual is going on. From that ritual, what we can figure out, you may have noticed that if you have remembered the movie called Kundun. Kundun is the movie based on how the Dalai Lama was reincarnated in another life. That was some kind of scenario, you can remember that. So same way in our Newar tradition, in our Buddhist tradition, we can also figure out when the ritual happens, and then we draw a sand mandala. So the sand mandala is a symbol of her name, and then we can see that in which part of the world she is going to be born. So this kind of technical, this kind of spiritual rituals, we are still following that. So my mom passed away. I want to emphasize a little bit. When my mom passed away, same kind of ritual was done. And then at the time, one of the well-known Buddhist priests, So he came to do the ritual at the time, and then the Buddhist priest, he left his soul from his body and then went to search around for my mom, where she is, where she went, my mom. I'm talking about my mom. So at that time, priest told us that okay, your mom has completed all the things what she needs to do, so she agreed not to come back to the life again. So that was the incident that all this Buddhist tradition of Mahayana Buddhist tradition is able to figure out a person who passed away, where she is going to be born and what she is going to be the next life. So that is the tradition, we still follow it, and right now the tradition is going on in Nepal at this moment. So we just saw that, we just talked on the phone with my brothers and Suva's brother. And so hopefully she's going to have a good life in next life. So she passed away struggling with diabetes for almost like 5-6 years. I don't remember exactly when she was visiting us. So I remember she had to take a food on regular basis and take up the food and also do the exam of the blood sugar level. So all these things happens, and then suddenly after 1 year, last year, she had to go through the problem of kidney problem. So these two things, like took her life away. So she was struggling to survive, and then finally she just gave up that she could not survive anymore. And then on the Thursday of this last Wednesday night, when I was driving back home from store, Suva called me that I have a bad news. I kind of remember that bad news must be something very, very bad. And then Suva told me that mom is gone. So it was 5:30 in Oregon time. So I assumed that it was already, she passed away 1 hour ago. So she left the body almost like in Nepal time 6 in the morning. So before that, she may have remembered that she was just thinking about where's my youngest son. She must have remembered her. Finally, he did not get a chance to go over there and then see her, but somehow she no longer wants to live in this world, and then she's gone. And now we are celebrating our 7th day. Right now it is the 6th day over here, but in Nepal it is the 7th day ceremony is going on. We call it Blue Painting. So in our tradition, we do the 7th day ceremony, and hopefully she will have a good another life. So when I say good another life, so that anything, the person who does a good thing in one life and always transform to the another life is a good life. So if any kind of not good life is going on in one life, so there has to be consequences of following to the another, probably not a good life. So this is a tradition we all follow in the Buddhist tradition and our Buddhist tradition. I really want to thank you all for coming and then celebrate this very, very sad situation at this moment. So in my life, she is just like my mom when mom passed away, and I respected her so much that she also took care of me. So I am the one very close to her all the time. Whenever she has some problem, so she used to share with me, and I hope sometimes I have a problem, so I share with her, and we are so much each other. Even at the time, Suva was not even born at the time. So I left California for my further study in 1978, and then at the time, Suva was still going, I think elementary school or maybe, I don't remember exactly, so I have to calculate also. So these memories, when I saw all the pictures that Suva was sharing with us, I was very much overwhelmed with the sorrow, with the grief and all these things. So that's why I just could not speak up at the very beginning. And I really wanted to thank you all for coming and then joining the chanting. So this chanting is called, we call it Durgati Parisodhana. So when we do some kind of blessing, we always bless that no one should be gone with an accidental death. There is one word in Sanskrit we call accidental is not that should be happening to anyone, because if this accidental death happens, the soul leave the body and then have to wander around until find another body to go inside. For example, to make it was understandable, when we are driving and there is a big parking lot, there is no parking lot, there is no space. Where do you going to park? The same way, if the body leaves automatically, or the soul leaves automatically at accidental death, and there is no other place to park, just like a car parking a car. So the soul cannot go anywhere, so that the soul has to go wander around based on what he or he did in his or her previous life. So they have to suffer for long journey before going into another life. So that's why we do the chanting for 12 months, and every single month we do the ritual in the person who passed away, so that we can show the path. This is the path you have to go, and then this is the path you need to follow, and then we will support the person who passed away and then go into another body, and then the transition will be over at the time. So this is how the tradition we follow all the time. And then because of we have a protocol here, so we are getting so much knowledge and so much education in this field. Probably if I take all these things, it may not be appropriate or maybe not understandable, but this tradition is very well known in our tradition, and then we always follow that. When somebody is born, we do something ritual. When somebody passed away, all these kinds of rituals are for the following reason. Even though these days we are saying that we have a Zoom, somebody who is from Nepal, somebody from New York, and my daughter is watching from California. So because we have a Zoom link, so Zoom link is like, it was already discovered 500-600 years ago, but not in this form. So we have a way of recognizing person who passed away. We can see where she is going to be born and he is going to be born. This tradition is very unique for even Nuwa Buddhist tradition. And one more time, so thank you very much for coming and listening to my few words on behalf of the family, and also for my family. So Surya Laxmi Shakya, I believe she is going to be forever in our heart, and then I hope everybody remember her, that we are doing this. It will be recorded in the history of the Niti Mandala Mahavihara. Thank you for coming, and one more time, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharma, Namo Sanghaya.
Anybody want to share their experience with the Surya? I don't know who else knows the Surya Laxmi Shakya. So also, anybody want to share with the how is that feels with the grievings with your beloved ones gone? So if anybody want to share, we can make that happen. So let's see, sounds like a okay.
Hello, Prajwal.
Hi, Lakshman.
Yeah, and
sorry, Lakshman, unmute one. I just did mistakenly. Sorry, mistakenly I unmuted. Unmute, Lakshman. Hey, Suna kintu. Tuke we malga, Zume we malga.
So right now,
Unmute.
unmuted. Okay. Ajil.
Jila. Asya, baca. Yakchin Asya. Suna kintu. Asya, Lakshman, Asya kalamde. Zume dula. Camera wala.
So what's happening right now in my house is this big event going on, and there's family and friends all gathered together, and something special.
Hello.
Asya, Lakshman, Asya kalamde.
Okay, Kaka.
What's special happening is they have drawn a mandala for the offering, and then it's very sacred right now. The mandala is hidden, and only the priests and others can see, and we can't see it. So right now they're trying to expose the mandala so people can see. So this is a good moment that the priests and everybody is all gathered, and I'm gonna maybe show the camera so that they can all watch the screen there. And that was that getting in. Right. Live name. Can you watch? Can you see? Yes, Gurudev. Gurupa, namaste. Gurupa. Gurupa, थोड़ा दर्शिया switch on लो. बच्चा zoom नहीं आ रहा.
I have that mandala actually in my phone. Yes.
But these are clear mandala. Okay. Okay, so but these are panel. Dakshina uska pakel hai.
Sure.
That's the mandala. Gurupa, थोड़ा जिमी दक्षिया switch ना होता. तो जिमी 18-20 वन कैसा switch ना होता.
This online and
Gurupa, ये तो कुछ बैग नहीं. आस. देखो ठीक जो. जी दीपा हुआ है. खोला लगी हुआ है जी. आस का. हम दक्षता के ना हो. Durgati portion of mandala. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going
to
to share that mandala. Uppa just sent me that mandala. So I can, this is a sand mandala, had to be done within 3 days. So, and then 자, 진짜가 뭐 포토 찍겠나? 이제 포토가 share. So this is the sand mandala been drawn in Nepal. That is the, I just got it from Uppa. So this is the mandala. As soon as you pass away, within 3 days, it's happy we draw this sand mandala, and then they have to done the rituals for like today like on the 3rd days, and then they establish the energy or bring it that, and then the liberation part. And they usually say that like in sand mandala, after 2 days when you open this sand mandala, it's going to be mark will be so like east, west, north, south. It's tiny little mark will be so where's the dead body gone. If you go to the south, then it is like the not good signs about the south, because it's going to the downs in the south. But anywhere east, west, north, south, or north, if you go more north, it's more profound and more powerful. So that's going to be heaven room. So and this is take you hour like a 3-4 hours to just to draw this mandala in Nepal, and that has been the century that's been passing on to my traditions. It's basically the Buddha mandala, which is considered the Bhairochana in the center. That is the Durgati. Durgati means like whatever you are in the cause and conditions, and living in a condition with the craziness, with after death, that will be removed and take you immediately into the heaven room, which is called the Amitabha Buddha room, with the Tathagata Amitabha Tathagata room, which means the take you into the heaven rooms, the Tushira Bhuvana room. That's why they have to like a 3 days, and then since in the 7 days after done this, they also in my traditions and Vajracharya Sakya, we belong to the temple, so we have to go back to the temples and done the ritual with the 5 rituals, and that means like we're doing 2 rituals in our temple, so that come back to the same lineage or come back to the same path. That is to symbolize giving that way. So it's been, and in my tradition, mostly tradition, other tradition with the 13 days, it will be finished in the 13 days. In Vajracharya Sakya's, that's only 2 castes in Kathmandu, in Nepal, we done in the 7 days. Everything's finished in the 7 days. And 8 days, just we did purifications, then back to the normal life. But up to the 7 days, we are really strict. In somebody die in a home, that means like they stay in a home, they're not allowed to do anything. So all the family members, other relatives come to cook them and feed them. So, and they have a strict with like no onions, no garlic, no turmeric. Those restrictions also there to not to eat it. So this is the mandala. I don't know. I can make it big. Yeah. So you can see this is the draw the mandala here. So. And they also have the 100 butter lamps. They do the in the end of the day they do also the 100 butter lamps been around and do the ritual. There's lots of rituals involved in this part. So okay, that's I just want to quickly show you some. Okay, last one. Okay, are you last one? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry I got interrupted.
Okay, please. Floor is yours. Please speak.
Okay, that's I just want to pray that like you said that in the Nepal that everybody wish to go to the Amitabha Kshetra area after pass away. So I have also that feeling. So it will be go to the her departed soul to the Amitabha Buddha area where it's called Sukhavati Bhuvana. So yeah, that's I pray for that and Suva and Uppa and everybody be strong and yeah, and that I'm so glad to participate in your praying and thank you Projol and everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Uppa. Thank you, Laxmi. Yeah, good. And is anyone to speak or anybody want to say anything? So, okay, I may say some things maybe about the life and death. So,
Projol?
yes.
Yeah, like when somebody pass away in Nepal, that we put the light in the head side and the leg side, and if you explain a little bit with everybody, it will be interesting to know everybody. You know how we like do for mind and body.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
you want me to say, or you will tell them?
If you want. Say it, last one, your side. You.
Okay, so in Nepal, when somebody pass away, basically we put the one light on the head side and one light on the leg side, and that means that that's our body is made from the mind and body, like nowadays like a software and hardware same ways. And first we go to the like appreciate whole family, friend, relative, appreciate for her mind because all the information we get it from her. And like a Suba, when his mind have nothing, zero information, her mind like her mom gave information. Her mom is first master, guru, and then physically when completely weak, and they give a support and nourishing the body and Suba body, and so because of her body. So that was first round go to the appreciate for her mind, and second round go to the appreciate for her body, and then that and another round for sorry for her mind if mentally like knowingly unknowingly hurt her, and the second way is also same ways bodily knowingly unknowingly hurt, and sorry for that, and that way is goes. And third round basically goes for the middle way, is called a bika means there is earth and hell, and there is a middle way like a hanging around like a ghost area, ghosts or prayed and a lot of other things. And for them we what is called, it's a bika, so we worship that's a third round too. So that way we do that that way. So our five element we have to appreciate all the time, and because it purified our body, 5 element, and even somebody pass away, that 5 element purified. So then can go to the another 6 world, like a human world, animal world, heaven, and like a Sukhabati Bhuvan is where is a 0% distraction. Like our human world, to practice the Dharma, we have a lot of distraction. Like for example, now after we got iPhone, I feel like a more distraction. Like a Sukhabati Bhuvan is where is one of the best place of the 5 meditator Buddha, where is a 0 uh, uh, distraction, and you can do the way of nirvana dharma is very easily. So yeah, that's all I have to say, and
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you, Lasman. It's great. Okay. So I'm going to accept you. So I just want to say a few things about, it's life and death. That's where we came through the world. So if whoever comes through this world, they have to be died. So in other side, like when we have a beloved one die, like the same things, this year, especially like my 2 brothers has passed away, and other my friend had 2 brothers pass away, and then moms and dad, and then so many people are passing away. So what we can do is like it's a grief and sad, and it is happening naturally. But one of the Lama is mentioning that like a life and death is like a magical dance. So feel like sometimes like it is like a magical dance. When you see with the death, it's moving forward with the death process. Like when they just give you the examples like if you keep in the dirt in the hand, and if you keep the waters in the dirt, and it's getting it held, and when you keep the fire in there, it's getting dry. Then you keep the winds, then it is get the wind blow and then disappear, and that's what they call it death. So process of the dying in a life, they usually like a first elements of the people dying with the earth elements, which is earth elements. If you can preserve strong and energy, that means earth means bone. That's why all the lamas and all the Tibetan lama, they always reciting some mantras with using the thumb energy. So thumb is connected to the earth energy. So it is circulate that keep you alive until they die. That's why they can die with the conscious, like okay, I can be sick and now I'm going to go to die. So that earth energy, if you can keep, the earth is dirt. So when you earth element is slowly moving down, then you have a water element, which is the liquidness. It's not going to be produced that much what we needed for the nutrition, for you needed for the body. So water elements will be slowly getting down. And once you get water, it means not running, which means the blood in the body or liquidness of the body. It doesn't run in the body. Then you have a losings with the heat. It doesn't produce the heat. And once you don't get produce the heat, you stop breathing. And once you get to stop breathing, that's we call that it's gone to the somewhere else. It is going to the complete. But the process in the old traditions, like if anybody die with a sock and the beloved one die, they have some ways like make it that chantings and prayings and fertilizers and offerings and the rituals. Every month we do the rituals, and so it just give you and make that is wherever that wondering that the spirit is there. They are listening, so they make them sure that is we are making pray you to like a Durgati person, and like let you go to you choose now. You have a more better life than you have in the present day. You should be choose anywhere you want it. Let go and don't hold on to it. Yes, we are coming too in someday, sometime. So don't hold on to it. So that's the ritual. It's the really importance in the Neva Buddhist tradition. It's been passing on to generation. That's why whatever we do, this the piece of a part of the rituals and a part of the ceremony, it is always good to have otherwise it will be like it's sad and pains and how much you can hold in the pain and sad. And that's the reality, and that's a true reality, but it is need to be let go. So don't hold on to anything and let go. It's like, okay, I did it for you. I am doing for you. My dedication, my motivation. You are the one to give the birth to us. We are the one to help for us. So that is some customs that we do in passing down from the generation to generation. So I'm so happy that is we can offer this, the ceremony for the Suva's mom. I know very well she also been here, and also she was really surprised, like we have some Westerner, some American, when they doing the rituals here. She was like, wow, this place is, so many people can do the ritual. And I get to know her. I don't know that much about her, but because I only the little bit, communication with her. But I'm so glad that is we can, have to liberate her after their death. So thank you very much for joining, and maybe Suva will say some word.
Yeah, I think you're very good speech today, so pardon me. But all I want to say is, it's thank you may not be enough to say, how grateful I'm for everybody showing up today, especially people also in the Zoom, because of the weather today, and they still showed up into the Zoom and to share the sorrows. My mom passing away. She's been sick for a while. It's been about a year that we said this is going to be difficult for us the next year. So I went every visit her just to see, and I said, okay, maybe this is my last time I'll be seeing her. So, and I did visit, and we were, she was happy to see me, and she was in between doing dialysis, visiting hospitals, and she was not very happy with that. But again, she said, okay, this is how we survive, and she's a good fighter. She struggles, she works very hard, and she takes her medicines regularly, and it just goes on and on and on. And then the last month or so, it was very, very difficult for all of us, saying it's getting to the point where it's getting very, very hard. And the last week, she had to go to be admitted to ICU because she was having blood pressure issues, and luckily, we got in the case for back in Nepal to see her. I told Mom, hey, Mom, you got your grandkids are coming over, don't get anywhere yet. So she kind of listened to that, and it was very good to see pictures of them together. And 2 days after that, she just stopped responding, and the doctor said, you gotta take her home and make her as much happy as possible, and we were all expecting this to happen. So, in one way, I think she's in a good place right now. She's in peace, and when people told me that, she's in peace, I said, oh, that's good news, right? Because, all these days, years, she's been suffering. Diabetes for so many years, and then kidney failure for the last year, and it's just a big suffering that she's been going through. So I feel happy in one way that she's moved on to the next realm, and wish her that she's happy out there. So, but I really, really appreciate everybody, like each one of you, coming over, and even the Zoom, for this event today. Thank you so much.
Did anyone want to share? How about Arya Bina? You want to share anything with your grandma? You just went to see them. Okay, so then don't have anybody. So we can do close the temples with doing the rituals, and then we have a dinner after that. So we're going to have that happening. So we just